Hello everyone, I'm Indira Sharma from losingyourmind.com, where you'll be finding blogs, posts and videos related to mental health. So, if you are burdened with your troubling thoughts and not able to share it to anyone, or there's no one to listen to you, then you can feel free to write us at losingyourmind@gmail.com, or you can DM us on Instagram at Losing Your Mind. Our team is there to extend a helping hand to you. In our culture, men in particular are not given that much space to express their inner struggle or feelings. They have been conditioned right from the birth in such a way that they are not supposed to cry, they are supposed to be tougher than the women, and basically they are not allowed to show or express all kind of feelings. So now the question arises, does this impact on their mental health? Do men feel free to speak on such topic as mental health? So let's find out from men themselves what they have to say on this. But before that, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe it and hit the bell icon to get the regular updates of my video. And don't forget to share, like and comment.
Hello everyone, Namaste. I'm Ram Prasad Adhikari and I'm from Sikkim.
Me myself, I'm Yogesh Sharma. I'm from Geling village.
Hello, I'm Bhavani Sharma.
Hello, I'm Dipen Sharma.
What according to you is mental health?
Mental health, mental health is everything. It's the way you live. It is the way you live. It is the way you express yourself. It is the way you treat others. What is on your mind? That is how you express yourself.
When we talk about mental health, first thing what we have to consider is the mind.
According to me, mental health is the main portion of health in one's life, because we can't really see what's going inside one's mental health, and we can't judge a person.
Mental health is about how we deal with the situation in our day-to-day life. Good mental health helps you to deal with the situation in a good manner, and if your mental health is not so good, so you are not able to deal with the situation so wisely.
Why do you think there is a stigma associated with mental health?
People don't really talk about mental health in our society. They think if one thinks differently or act in same situation differently, they are mad. So people don't really take it as a small disease, or it can happen to anybody. But people feel afraid of being talked about, so they don't really come up and talk about it.
As far as I am concerned, there is no stigma associated with regard to the mental health based on my experiences.
When we discuss about mental health, whether it may be mental illness or mental wellness, so people are not ready to open up so freely as they do with the physical illness, because it has been a stereotype from the beginning. People are not ready to come up with their views, what they feel inside.
Not expressing freely about their mental health, about our mental health, it's come from the past, it's come from our history, I think. People who are always strong, they try to suppress the not strong, the weaker ones. That's how we have evolved. No one wants to say that I'm weaker, and that's what makes them stop from telling people that I'm a little weak in my mental health, and that's what I feel.
Does masculinity actually burden on mental health?
No, it does not. It is created by the mind. What it has to do with the masculinity. Suppose a wrestling player is feeding his ego through his masculinity, he is doing in his own way. Now let's take example of Steve Jobs. He was not as masculine as those, but he has done a great job. It does not really impact on any sort of health. It is the mind which labels, and it is the mind which creates.
What I think, it should not burden mental health, but looking at the society and looking at the situation these days, men do suffer, and they don't freely express like women in particular, I think. And from the beginning, when from our childhood, men are taught to be the tougher among the two genders. That's what prevents us from freely expressing that we have mental health issues. And we cannot cry in front of others like females do, because we are men, and that's what society has taught us.
Do you think admitting mental illness make men in particular look weak in front of the society?
No, absolutely not. Because it's nothing to do with men, but it is the rational mind that are rationalizing things, and that are they are labeling it. Now, if one becomes aware of what is the rational mind, what is the skeptical mind, and live into his innermost core, there are no issues as such.
So admitting about mental illness, men are always being backward because it makes them look weak in front of society.
What kind of stress do you face in your daily life?
Daily life comes with many stresses, comes with many problems. We go to work stress, it's a lot of problem. And if we are not eating properly, that also adds to our stress. And family problems.
We face many stresses. There is lack of jobs, there is a societal pressure. We are, according to them, at that age, we have to get married, we have to get job, we have to get settled. So there are a lot of stress in our daily life.
Now, what is stress? This has to be understood very carefully. Now, what is stress? There is no such thing known as stress. If you know the art of your mind through watchfulness, if you know how to watch your mind, the stress becomes pleasurable phenomenon.
What do you do to manage all this kind of struggles and stress which you go through your daily life?
I just listen to the music, I help in daily household chores, I play with my nephew, there is a cattle in my house, I go there, feed it.
I prefer reading books. Sometimes I go out with my friends and families, and sometimes I listen to music.
Everyone goes through some kind of stress and some kind of struggle in their life. We can develop healthy habits. We can meditate in the morning and in the evening. We can practice yogas. Music also helps in reducing your stress. And talking with your close ones, talking with friends and families helps a lot.
Do you have any advice for men who are too embarrassed to open up about their mental health or mental problems which they may be facing?
Yeah, being mentally unfit or being a little weaker than others in mental aspect is not a bad thing. Is not something you should hide from people. And
we need to speak out to our friends. We need to build up friend circle. We are close enough so that they can guide us. We need to talk in. If you are depressed in such a way, try to solve it. If you can't, go to your parents, talk to your families. Any expert, you can visit to them. If you are really sick, go to a doctor. No one will judge you. If you take any wrong step, the society won't lose anything, your parents will. So don't take any harsh step.
Now we cannot rationalize or label that particular being as a weak person or a strong person. It is their nature. They are unable to express their feelings outside, means it is their nature. But deep down, they are expressing themselves deep within. If not to the outer world, but to the inner world, they are at least expressing. Nobody hides from themselves.
if you are going through tough times, if you are going through the lows lows of your life, you should express with friends, families, with doctors, with psychiatrists and all. And I think you should what leads to better mental health is your daily practice. If you wake up one day and you start meditating, and the next day you go with your same old bad habits, that will not help. That's not the way of living life. That's not the way you should cope with your bad mental health. You should start waking up early. You should practice it every day. You should be consistent and practicing better habits, eating good foods, meditating, listening to good music, relaxation music, and proper rest, proper sleep. That helps a lot. It's not about gender and all. You should express, and it's not that bad to cry. You can cry sometime. It helps to reduce your stress.
So that's all for today. And I would like to thank all the men who have participated and shown willingness to share their thoughts on mental health, which is not so commonly spoken topic.